Don't worry, it's gonna go back to 4x3. I just have to make sure I show the settings. I don't do this often, so, and by often I don't do it ever. So I just want to make sure this gets shown up. Actually, it should be recorded on my side, just in case this menu here. I just want it to be captured in the event. I want it to be captured in the event. We'll switch in a second. If it's not, then this was all for naught. Don't worry about resizing this either. Yeah, switch me whenever you're ready. Just give me a notification here when I'm on. I've got the I've got it open here, so. Oh, what's up? Obscurathon 3, it's finally here. What's up, everyone? So yeah, my name is DBcade. I'm a retro, fighting game, anime games, and of course laserdisc games. If you've ever followed my channel, I've been kind of an enthusiast for laserdisc games, and we actually did Time Gal not so long ago. In the first one, the second one, I can't remember which marathon we did it in, but Time Gal is a very classic laserdisc arcade. And what that means is this game basically it's basically QTE with some other functions. So you'll have, during the game, you'll have to press certain directions at the right time, certain combinations, but in this game you actually have to do some shooting. So it's also a old school shooter. And this game, why this was the first game that I chose for Obscurathon, is that it really is obscure. In fact, it was so obscure that until last year, this game was not playable in any form, in any shape or form. This was considered lost media. And Taito basically released the Taito Classics collection, and they released Time Gal, Ninja Hayate, and Uchu Senkan Yamato, or Space Battleship Yamato. So this really is kind of a special game. It's a really hard game. I think what's the thing where you're like a little bit of a masochist to like you want to play this game, but it's so difficult, it's so frustrating at times. But that's what I'm doing this year. So I've kind of dropped Time Gal from 2 years ago, and this is kind of the game that I'm taking out through the year. But what makes this very special for Obscurathon is I'm doing cutscene %. So what cutscene % means is that I'm going to hit certain things, certain actions that I wouldn't normally hit during the any % run. We would skip them. We would lose a lot more. I'm going to try and get a near perfect clear. I don't think we'll get a perfect clear, but we'll get a near perfect clear. At least a no continue clear. And when you hit these certain actions, you actually get these shots, these scenes from the anime movie and some of the show. There are special scenes that were made for this game. And the only way to get those is by actually making sure you hit the prompts, you time it correctly. And I'm going to explain as it goes, but this screen, by the way, is just to show this is the arcade settings, so I'm not using aim assist. We do have continues on, just in case, just the worst happens. Don't get mad at me if if it really goes bad. We had 2 complete fails in 10 runs for practice, and I've been practicing this every week. And this week it didn't happen for getting some of the prompts. I can clear the game, no issue, but doing this 100% really, really is. I'm only doing it for this event. Maybe I'll do it one time in an offline event in Japan. I'm not, outside of that, I can't. It's too stressful. But the level's set to 2, the player's set to 4, and everything is set. So let's go ahead and load the arcade mode. So I want everyone to give me a big 3, 2, 1 count. I need your power. I need your support. And let's enjoy this. Fleet Admiral Flotsam-san is expecting of me, and Vice Admiral Ghost and all the other all the other generals and admirals of Obscurathon 3 are expecting this, and I hope you are too. I hope to deliver. Let's have a great time and enjoy a great Lost Media game with Space Battleship Yamato. Alright, so I'm going to do a countdown here. Time's going to start when I hit the button to begin the game. And I'm going to do my best to kind of guide everyone through what's going on. Alright, we're going to start on 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Alright, so the very first stage, you know, we actually have RNG right away. We can get several openings. There's actually 3 openings we can get selected. So we actually got a little bit of poor RNG here. And another thing to notice is that you can actually fail this. So if you fail this opening part, you're done. You immediately get sent to the world select map. So we're going to do our best to get through this. If we get through, we get to watch the actual liftoff sequence, which is available in all 3 opening sections. We got the second longest one, space being the longest. There's also one where you go out of a tunnel. Absolutely beautiful game, by the way. Alright, and so our journey begins. We're actually going to go, so this is the Yamato Hashin sequence, and next we're going to go to, we're going to do Pluto Airspace. So Pluto Airspace can be a little bit obnoxious. Sometimes we get really bad RNG, like that. I got the worst RNG possible. Okay. So sometimes the ships, they can go sideways. So that is, unfortunately, one of the sequences I don't want to get, because, as you can see here, the ships are actually on the left side. They're off center of where my screen is. So we actually took 3 hits. Now I'm going to try and do a little bit better here. Now the beam is actually pretty finicky, like where the pixels land. So it's not quite always where you think it would be. Like for example there, you think it would be actually where the beam's hitting, but sometimes it's a little bit higher or lower. It's an older game, so you don't get to choose. You just kind of have to memorize it and be quick to see it. But some of the ship combinations, they're just too fast or too annoying. This one, so what's happening is, missiles are being shot at me. And so some of the missiles are so hard to see. Like, if you can spot them, your eyes are great. Sometimes I kind of just guess. The most evil one is just there, where you saw where they come from the side. Anytime missiles or things come from the side of the screen, I'm getting pretty unlucky RNG. So we actually did pretty bad in Pluto Airspace. We didn't lose much time. Actually getting hit doesn't really cause you too much of an issue, and you don't really skip too much. But we're on to the time gate right now. So time gate, this is a section that was previously unplayable. And you have to shoot these little, like homing shots that are coming at you. And we could actually fail here to try and to keep up with the pace, but we're gonna try and do a perfect run. I believe. a lot of the sections here, you can take intentional hits. All right, so we're not gonna do no continue. But the thing is, we're still doing cutscene %. So I failed. I got hit. That's my bad. I apologize. That's why I don't know. It is really, really difficult. The pixels just can be a little bit obnoxious. I have to hit the ships in the background too. And luckily we got through it pretty much unscathed. And now we go to Aquarius. By the way, we haven't missed any cutscenes. That's the good point. So for this section, we have to hit command prompts within, I think it's within 5 frames. So It's like anywhere between 2 to 5 frames. Some of them are 1 frame. And in between this, there's a section where all we have to do is we just have to move our ship left or right over, depending on the RNG that we get. We're going to go ahead and get shot up, though. We had a failure, and some more guys in the ship are going to die. But a lot of this it's really just unfair QTEs. That's the only way to explain this thing. It's just... by the way, this is a rare RNG one, because that section is not a command prompt. It's just a leftover CGI thing. Oh, we got perfect. Yeah, the homing missiles, the blue homing missiles can be a little bit tricky, but they tend to be one of the easier ones because you have a lot of time to shoot them down. Okay, we got it. So, this is the first cutscene prompt. So normally, and I'll be quiet because I want people to enjoy this, but normally we skip this. Normally we don't shoot fire at all. Okay, and now we're going to go to Planet Uruk. So, I wanted to be quiet during that sequence because I will never watch those cutscene sequences in a normal speedrun. But I really wanted to do something special for today. This sequence, we can actually take a hit here, normally, to land early. But this is actually one of the hardest shooting sequences in the game, because if you leave the projectile on, you have to do emergency crash landing. So unfortunately, I failed. Big Fs today. But we still get the cutscene. So no matter what you crash land, it's just that if you don't want to lose a life, you can decide to shoot everything down. And so this sequence where we're flying now is extremely long, but we cannot make any mistakes. If we make a mistake, what happens is we have to go all the way to the beginning of where that crash, right after the crash landing. So the command prompt is always the same. The good thing is you can kind of memorize it. It's left, right, up, left, down, and then we're gonna do some shooting after we could dive down here. And we should be good to go. And we're going to go ahead and shoot up. The ships are going to appear on the top side. Then they're going to appear on the bottom side. We did get a fast kill there. And we're going to fly up. And then next, as we're going... Basically, this is a story of good versus evil, right? I mean, I don't really need to explain the story. We're saving the universe. These are cyberspace bullies. And they've got armies of, cyber forces and... crazy, crazy, futuristic buildings, and we're just going through and killing. And so that's the end of the sequence. So we defeated the star. If I'd lost in the tower there, if I lost anywhere in between that, all the way back to the beginning. Very, very stressful sequence, but we made it through. This is the longest stretch. Planet Uruk has a lot of unfair timing things, but you just have to know. You can kind of figure out what RNG you're on. So I chose the wrong way because I haven't figured out what RNG pattern I'm on. There's actually 9 patterns I can get. This is the fire pole one, so this can be a little bit difficult. I don't want to fall down because I have 1 life, and I don't want to skip this section. So we skipped the fire pole section. Oh boy, I'm cutting it close. If I lose here, I think I'll be sent to the next section. But the command prompts for the full cutscene sections, you can't lose on them. If you lose on them, you just skip them outright. Unfortunately, we got the fire pulse. And you actually can get a mine section there as well, too. Okay, let's punch him in the face. Bah! Got him. And then we have to go through the door. Got it. Okay, nice. That's one of the hardest sections of the game, actually. We're going to get fired at twice here, and then we're going to unload our gat 3 times, and then move on to the final section where the boss is waiting us. We got to just do one little dodge here. All these laser beams, just lots of dodging laser beams. But we just have to duck under that. It's not that hard of a command prompt. If you missed the audio, treated to this awesome cutscene where we're just absolutely obliterating Planet Earth, and the evil empire has to, you know, go back and get ready for their last assault. All right, so this is the final sequence of the game. This happens no matter what. There's a lot of ships that are going to come and fire at us. Some of them take more than 2 hits. I don't know why. I haven't figured out the registry. Sometimes it registers on the first hit you do, and then you can't fire anymore. It'll lock you. But this section's annoying because there's going to be ships that fly, and then also these like water gas things. And the water gas things can actually hit you too, and they move in kind of a swirl. So if you think of like a Dreamcast swirl. Okay, I took an L there. The good thing is we're still on cutscene percent. We're 2 continue. I have 1 more continue left, and you can lose on this final sequence too. Alright, so another one of the hardest final sequences. We're going to get a nice, and feel free to count down with me here, we're going to get a 10 count. The old man is going to count us off, and we've got to make sure that we hit it at the 3, the 2, or the 1 count. And he's only going to start counting at the beginning, and then we're going to have to count on our own, just to keep the rhythm. But we're charging up our final laser to defeat this ultimate weapon the enemy sent us. This planet observer. Cool. Okay, we got it. We got the 3 count. That's time. That is final time right there. 12 minutes and 24 seconds. I think it was like 2 seconds off, but 12 minutes 22 is really good. It's really, really good. We did have 2 continues. I'm sorry. I did say it would be. I would try and go for a no continue percent. I got a pretty unfortunate RNG. I'll show the special menu at the end here, but the really nice thing about the Taito release is they actually show you all the different RNG patterns you can get, and they don't separate it into it's separated by like blocks. So you can memorize which block you're going. Whew. What a run. Yeah, very, very classic in anime right there. Good game. Sorry it wasn't perfect, but I'm only doing this for Obscurathon, and like I said, one other event. I'm very, very happy I was even able to show this cutscene percent off. I think some of the cutscenes are absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. It goes without saying. Yeah, if you know anything by Nishizaki Yoshinobu is worth checking out. Absolutely just beautiful design. Yamato H, he also worked on this. So it's definitely, you know, connected to a lot of universes that he's made, he's worked on. You probably might see like, you know, Galaxy 999 or some of those others. But overall, yeah, this game, and I just want to show real quick, because we have a little bit of extra time. So if you go to the movie theater stage, you can see I haven't even gotten all the RNG sequences yet, but that first sequence, unfortunately, I think we got the third or fourth one. And so within each sequence that you get, you have a set pattern. So we got actually really bad RNG on both the opening sequence, but definitely check out this game if you're collecting obscure games. I highly recommend this Switch release. It was one of the few that I pre-ordered. Taito doesn't normally. I mean, we don't normally see like laserdisc games like really treated this kindly. So I don't know who put forward this effort to have this game and the other games re-release, but I really appreciate it. I think that this game is one of the better laser arcade games and one of the more unique ones. Definitely try your hand at beating it. Maybe you can get the perfect clear too, the perfect cutscene clear. I will be running this game again at Anime Speedrun Festival in between May 3rd and May 5th. It'll be on there along with a bunch of other anime games and a bunch of other obscure stuff. So definitely check that out. I won't be doing the cutscene percent. It'll just be any percent, but you get to see a lot of the funny deaths. The intentional deaths that I would have had on the command prompt spots, which are pretty funny. So you get to see the main character get shot a lot, and you get to see him fall down some more pits, and it might be pretty funny. So anyway, I'm really glad. Thank you so much, Obscurathon, everybody, for letting me show this off. I know it's check out Laserdisc Games if you have a chance. There's a bunch of resources, especially people who have managed the Space Ace sites and what's the other one? I forget the other one other than Space Ace. But there's a couple sites out there where people are slowly documenting these. I have a lot of notes that I'm happy to share on this game. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of glitches. You know, there's certain scenes where the ships won't even fire at you. There's certain scenes where you don't have. It's faster not to fire at the ships. There's lots of little cool tricks to this game, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and switch games here. I'm going to be playing my Nintendo 64, which is sitting right next to me, and we're going to be doing Super Robot Spirits, a fighting game, because I don't want to let everyone down with their expectations. And I'll be right back. Thanks again. Yes, this game is really anime. It literally is an anime game. It's from the movie, actually, of all things. Yeah, I would say that the